A person operates in the world by the way they think about it. So if you have somebody that is like careless and they're risk taking and all of these things, that is because they're looking at the world in a way that tells them that it doesn't matter anyway, or there's no point in worrying kind of stuff. A lot of the times we talk about how we don't understand how somebody can do what they're doing, and it's because we don't understand the perspective that they're thinking from. And human beings are kind of weird in this thing is they will endure a lot as long as that's what they can handle and that they have some perspective in their mind to why it's okay or why they can handle that. And the moment that life shifts to a point where you're not comfortable enough with it, your brain will make the adjustments that it needs to. This is why a lot of old school people do a lot of the harsher things, is because they've experienced that and they understand that this is a way to trigger the brain into kind of getting over things that it can't get over and things like that. However, there's a lot of backlash to doing it that way. There is another way to explain to people how the brain works and what's happening for them to be able to look at their experiences, their situations, what's going on, like all of these things, and be able to do those kind of movements and things for themselves. Like a lot of the times with drug addicts and things like that, like they'll be like, "Yep, and I'll keep doing drugs, aware of this," while you're pointing out like the harsh and crazy things that they're enduring, and it's because they know they can handle that. However, the idea of like a person can only quit when they're ready to quit, that statement really means is a person can only quit when life hits a point where they cannot bear it as it is anymore. And I know this can be kind of confusing, but like homeless people is a perfect example of this. Homeless people absolutely would rather endure the negatives that come with addiction most of the time, because the pain of hunger and constant idea, like mental fuckage of being sober in those kind of conditions, is harder to endure than the hardships of being on drugs. So that's why they'll stay in that. And this can also work the other